Make 24, the card game that builds math fluency. Welcome to the Voice of Sovereignty at Global Sovereign University, where every game is free, every book feeds a game, and the only currency we deal in is capability. Today's episode is about a card game, but I need you to hear that sentence very differently from the way it sounds. Because this particular card game has been building mathematical fluency in children and adults for decades. And it does something that most formal math instruction consistently fails to do. It makes the skill automatic. It makes the numbers real, and it makes arithmetic, for the first time for many players, genuinely fun. The game is Make 24, and today we're going to talk about why it works, what it builds, how it fits into the larger GSU curriculum, and why the 2-minute video overview at our YouTube channel is worth your next 2 minutes. Make 24 is a card game with a beautifully simple premise. You are dealt 4 cards. Each card carries a number. Your goal is to use all 4 numbers and any combination of the 4 arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, to reach the number 24. Every card must be used exactly once. Any order, any operations. One target, 24. That is the entire game. And inside that simple premise is one of the most effective arithmetic fluency tools ever designed. Here is why. Most arithmetic practice is linear. You are given a problem, you solve it, you move on. The operation is specified. Add these, divide that. The thinking required is execution, not exploration. Make 24 is different because the operation is not specified. You know the 4 numbers, you know the target. The path from the numbers to the target is the puzzle. And finding that path requires you to hold multiple mathematical relationships in working memory simultaneously. Test combinations, backtrack when they fail, and try again. That is not an arithmetic drill. That is mathematical thinking. And it is precisely the kind of thinking that the Nobel Prize research on educational transfer, the Banerjee and Duflo work that I reference throughout this series, shows, produces durable, transferable mathematical skill rather than classroom performance that evaporates on contact with a real-world problem. Let me be specific about what Make 24 develops, because this is not a game that works by accident. It works because of what it demands from the player's brain. Number sense, the intuitive understanding of how numbers relate to each other, is the foundational competency underlying all higher mathematics. Students who have strong number sense find algebra more accessible, understand fractions more readily, and can estimate and check their work in ways that students relying purely on procedural memory cannot. Number sense is not built by memorizing the times table. It is built by repeated, varied, self-directed engagement with the relationships between numbers. Make 24 creates exactly that engagement. Mental arithmetic fluency, the ability to perform calculations quickly and accurately without a calculator, is a practical life skill. Not because calculators are bad, but because the person who can estimate, check, and reason about numbers in real time makes better financial decisions, reads statistical information more critically, and navigates everyday quantitative situations with more confidence. Make 24 builds mental arithmetic fluency because the game requires it and rewards it. Every session is practice. The practice does not feel like practice. Strategic thinking, the ability to plan multiple steps ahead, evaluate multiple pathways simultaneously, and adapt when the first approach fails, is a transferable cognitive skill that goes far beyond mathematics. Make 24 builds it in a mathematical context. It transfers everywhere. The Make 24 game at globalsovereignuniversity.org is the free interactive version, no login required, playable on any device, and appropriate for any age that can handle basic arithmetic. I have seen adults who describe themselves as not math people become genuinely absorbed in Make 24 within 5 minutes. The game has that quality. The companion book, Make 24 Game, Kindle Asen B, GBS GLS 2G, takes the game deeper. It provides the complete curriculum context, how to use Make 24 systematically for skill development, the specific mathematical concepts the game develops, extensions for different skill levels, and the research foundation that explains why this particular game structure produces the results it does. The 2-minute video overview at our YouTube channel, link in the show notes, walks you through the game mechanics, shows you what a round looks like, and explains the math behind why it works. Watch it first, then play the game, then bring the book home. That is the GSU sequence. See it, play it, own it in that order. The Make 24 game also lives inside a larger curriculum context at GSU. It is one entry point into the Mathification Hub, our complete K through adult mathematics curriculum, built around the principle that mathematics instruction should produce real-world capability rather than test performance. Every game in the Mathification Hub is free. Every game has a companion book. The circuit runs in both directions. The game opens the door to the book, and the book deepens what the game starts. Watch the Make 24 2-minute overview on YouTube, /udo.b/x32v90a, link in the show notes. Play Make 24 for free at globalsovereignuniversity.org, no login, no cost. The Make 24 book is on Amazon, Kindle Ace and BBS GLS 2G, link in the show notes. You have been listening to The Voice of Sovereignty, 4 cards, 1 goal. Reach 24.